hello again. So we've still got the probe here, and we can see the Earth receding. So we've gotten far enough out that we're now in interplanetary space. So there'd probably be more science to grab if we wanted to, but I really do that anytime in interplanetary space, even after the flyby. So I've got a nice maneuver set up here for 6.4 meters per second. Really small amount. I just selected a random spot, and in purple you can see where that's actually going to place us. Really nice, close to Mars, and it's vaguely in plane of the moons. Not perfect. I could definitely do better if I really wanted to hit those moons on my flyby through. But let me actually show you how I got that, because I find that can be really difficult. So first off, so here you can see this blue line that kind of arcs over between other blue and purple. Yep, totally a color scientist. So if I just click randomly, you can see it's only 13 days in the future. So that's actually the path we want to use. If I try to click out here, it's usually going to pick up the purple line, as you can see from the little purple ball, and I really can't force it. So my first step, just to, it'd be nice if it worked, but it doesn't. Hopefully that works slightly better in 1.1. So I'll just select a node that I know is on the path that I want to follow, and I again use Maneuver Node Editor. I just set this to a really high number. I just had kind of guessed, like 2000 into the future. So you can see that number is changing from 17 days. It's like, clearly that's not moving enough. Okay, add a 0. Okay, it's moving it a little bit, but not enough, and then boom, there we go. So that's going to be enough, and I can just kind of place it halfway. Just with a couple of clicks of that, I can get it to actually where I want it to get the maneuver node. No fuss, no muss. So somewhere in the middle. You can definitely fiddle with that number as well to try to get an orbit that's closer to Mars or closer to the plane that you want. And so then really I just zoom in. Well, how did I do that, I suppose? You probably know, but I want to show any trick, no matter how simple, just because it might be useful to people. So I just click on Mars and go focus view, and that's why it's focusing in on Mars here, rather than on my craft. If I hit backspace, it would go back to focusing on my craft. So let's see, so I can just bump around these numbers. Let's go to a full meter per second and see, okay, so prograde is actually going to be moving me in, so that's good. So what about a radial? Nope, that's not moving me closer to Mars sufficiently, and same with normal. So it looks like prograde is what I'm going to want. Okay, so I'll do a little more prograde, so that's pretty close. And now let me see if just a radial bump. Okay, so clearly I can tell which direction it's moving me. One moved me further away, so therefore this one's moving me closer. Or I'll just kind of put my eye in the plane that I want to be in. That's not really making it any better. What about normal? So these are just too big of changes, so click this. Now it's going to be changing these. You can customize these numbers if you like, and then customize those yourself, but usually these are enough for me. I'm pretty ham-handed in this regard, but you can definitely be more precise if you want to. If you're not live recording a video, you've definitely got more time to do so. That might have been an interesting noise. My stomach made a funny noise. That looks like it's close enough. So that gets us to 1400. Okay, so let's just make a small change. So clearly tweaking this one has the most effect, the most impact. So that's probably going to be close enough. Not quite that much. See, I want to be, let's say, 300 kilometers, something like that. So yeah, that's good. That's perfect. So see, it's about 6.3 meters per second, basically how I showed it to you before. Okay, and now, because I don't want to forget to actually carry that out, because that's just a planned maneuver, I go add, and I say Mars mid-course correction. I could say burn or something, but you could really, whatever is going to be enough that if you see it in here, you know what it's for, and it's in here, so that's going to stop. It's going to stop time warping for you. So now I'm going to go tell it to construct. This might end up being a short video if it crashes me. My memory usage isn't too high right now, but I'm going to go jump in, tell it to construct the exact duplicate of the craft we had just made. Check my contracts. Let's check contracts. Let's see, so it's pretty much always one for a lunar flyby, because I haven't done that yet. So it looks like I'm going to have to do that separate from a first lunar orbital, because there's a crewed orbital, passing Kármán line. So it looks like lunar flyby is all I'm going to be able to get, which is nice, which is a good one. It pays out pretty well. In total, it's paying out 84,000. So like I said, at this point, these contracts are quite rewarding. So as long as you can make it to this point with a bit of money, where you can start getting these throw something at another planet or throw something in a flyby or orbit of the moon, then you've definitely got cash coming in. It's limited to how many rockets you can build at that point, which you can spend money to increase the rate at which you can build rockets. So I'm just going to change that name to a 2. That's clearly from the old name because I'm not using cold gas RCS. Okay, so it's all the same craft. It's just going to be build it more efficient than basically the probe as it was before. I think when I got it, it was using nitrous oxide, which might have been the highest tech that Schnabs has in his save when he made this, but I just changed over what fuels it was using. Okay, so I've set it to, so this is just going to be debris, recover debris. There we go. All right, so 116 days to that. Oh, okay, so that's going to be further out than this, so I might just do the correction this video. We'll see. So now it's slowing down. So really, yeah, that wasn't exactly a precision point. So now from here I can just click on this and it's jump to ship. See, Kerbal Alarm Clock is a huge time saver. It just has so much useful information and tools like in such a quick and useful interface, I find. I can set that up, I can give it a name, it's going to show how much time there is until the auto warp is going to stop so I don't blow by it, and then I can just click there and it's going to jump me back out to the craft. Just excellent. This actually, there was a bug. I had a bug in my previous save, so let's find out if it happens here. Scott Manley was saying he was seeing this bug. Yeah, it looks like I'm having it as well. So game crashed. Yeah, I can see it in the video there as well. So unfortunately, it's going to be a short video. Yeah, but there's some mod interaction which is causing, when you jump to a craft that's out between the planets, things crash. You get crazy readouts, which might actually be what's showing in the video there, of your g-forces, your orbital velocities and stuff. All the numbers are all crazy. So I'm just going to have to load up the game again and go into that to do the course correction. So thanks for watching. You saw me create the course correction for this, and then the game crashed. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.